deduction. You have actually seen the harmonized copy. Because you went through the harmonized copy before you went to the president.
Yes. I said I didn't see the official one.
No, but you have a copy of that harmonized copy you saw for yourself?
No. So the what I'll call the harmonized copy I saw was what I got from Ministry of Justice.
Yeah, so do you have a copy of what you got from
Of course I do.
Have you checked it with this one?
I've checked. In fact, that was something I did before this even came out. I did that every single time.
So can we have that copy? Does it align everything?
No, I don't. Why should I give you the copy? See,
no. You know why?
Why?
If not because of this scandal, I wouldn't ask you this question.
Yes, I know.
So you have the harmonized copy. So the fact that you say you've not seen the harmonized copy.
I want you to clarify because I don't want to be misquoted, right?
No, it's fine. But
so as far as I'm concerned, the harmonized copy of the National Assembly is whatever they publish.
No, it's fine, but you have the harmonized copy because the Ministry of Justice gave it to you to look through it. So you have the copy as we speak.
I have the copy from the Ministry of Justice that was going to the president.
Yeah. Okay. So that's still the harmonized copy. That's what went to the president.
Yes.
Right? And you've done a mismatch of both what is here and what is there. So you know the answers to what we're looking for as we speak.
Which is?
Yeah. You've compared and contrast. You have both copies.
Yeah. So you know when we
and
did
if
that,
for the sake of integrity, I will have said, can you go ahead, the harmonized copy your secretariat has, like the presidential committee on this, can you go ahead and publish it so that we get out of this quagmire? Because waiting for the House of Reps will take a while. These guys will go on Christmas break at some point. This thing will snowball into the new year. And there's going to be the doubts in the minds of people out there. They're not going to trust you. So in the interest, you have what we are looking for. We've been able to establish that. It's best you bring it up. Secondly, in your gazetted copy, that you call your copy, what were the threshold for businesses and the threshold for individuals before, the bank can alert and, file a return on the individual? What were the threshold?
Okay, so still on your first point, and this is what I want to try and avoid, not to point fingers at anyone. If I got something from the Ministry of Justice, I can't put it out and say this was a harmonized copy. The National Assembly didn't give it to me directly, right? But if you see what I mean.
I see what you mean, but you have it. So you're saying you've not seen the harmonized copy, knock that, scratch that. You've seen the harmonized copy, you have it. You have the solution to our conundrum as we speak today.
Do you think anything could be wrong between the National Assembly and Ministry of Justice?
No, I don't think so. Because if the National Assembly handed it to the Ministry of Justice and say you be the last arbiter to vet before it gets to the presidency, then it's all clear from there. So you have what to save all of us. But I've just asked you a question now as we wrap up because there's no time and I'll have wanted to press you further on this. What was the threshold for businesses, on your final copy, this gazetted copy that the president signed? What was the threshold for businesses?
Yeah, it's the 25 million a quarter. And then for businesses, 100 million a quarter.
Was that what the National Assembly accepted?
That's what I saw, which is why I'm saying to you that I'm not going to say.
No, so that's what you saw.
That's what I saw.
The harmonized copy that you read.
Yes.
25
and 100.
100 million.
Because when the Gazette, if you remember, and that's some of the things I've put out, there was a first version of the Gazette that was not authorized for release. Those were the things we were going through again. And there were many corrections they made, including small businesses. We're already 100. We saw 50. Say, make it back to 100. Reduction of CIT rate for corporate, large firms. We managed to get 25% down from 30. We didn't see it in the first Gazette. We said, you need to correct it. So all of those things that we observed, we gave the feedback and the corrections were done.
So can you confirm to me one thing? That the harmonized copy you got for the Ministry of Justice and you vetted is what is here?
Before we go.
Yes.
Is what is here?
Yes.
Before we go.
Thank you.
Now, we should be talking about the way forward. Now, a law is a living document. It can be amended. Now, this same law that they are arguing about, Ekiti State has domesticated it. Lagos State has
had
said,
a summit yesterday.
And said, look, this is a law that will benefit the state. So we already have a living document. The process is that if you disagree, whoever disagrees can go back to the National Assembly and say these sections that we consider defective should be again amended. And the test of it will all see. Even when the implementation begins, even private members can still raise objections. So I think that all of this is just nitpicking. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Because even for us as well,
I don't
we
think
even
it's nitpicking. I think the integrity of the state.
No, I've just
and the
stated
nation.
a basic
But
principle
real quickly,
about legislative process.
As we wrap
Yes.
up,
and that is the way it is.
the tax agreement with France that they wrote an FOI form to be able to get in the spirit of integrity. Don't you think the FRS should release that document to the public, or the NRS should release the document of the MOU they had with France?
Yeah, I don't want to speak for the FRS, but I can tell you what I know.
What do you know?
Which is that whole MOU was actually something we initiated.
Okay, so you know about what is there.
As part of this tax reform, we understudied many countries. We went to the ambassadors, can you do a link, Zoom meeting, HMRC. We learned from all of them. France in particular had done so well in harmonization. They decided to say, let's document what you're supposed to do. And this is really about, because for us, my committee is temporary. We say, go to the institutions, and they went to FRS, training, experience sharing, and then people say that they're connecting to data. Who is that stupid to connect?
So it doesn't have any data connection?
Nothing about data. Nobody would have
it's
thought.
Just partnerships.
The IT for filing returns in Nigeria was developed by Nigeria. It's called Taxreform. I even have the view that SAP, for example, that HMRC uses and South Africa, that's a German technology. It's even more superior.
To wrap up, so you believe NRS should release that?
No, I will not speak for the FRS or NRS. I don't want to speak for them.
Thank you so much, Mr. Taiwo Oyedele.
Oyedele is just romancing all the answers. But I love the direct question that Rufai threw to him. He said, what is the threshold for businesses and individuals before the banks report the individual or the businesses to the tax collector or the tax master? He said 25 million per quarter for individual and 100 million per quarter for businesses. And he said, is this what the House of Assembly passed? He said, is what I saw. I think that answer is a problem to me, because you have the harmonized copy of this document. Then why are you answering like you don't know what the document entails? You don't know what is in the document. You have both documents, the harmonized copy that was given to the president to put his signature, so you know what it is. That is why I liked what Rufai did. He said, this document, you have it, you've seen it. So you're trying to say, oh, the president has not signed, so I don't know. No. You are the one who placed it in the table of the president to sign. So you know what is inside, what it entails, what it contains. So you're saying that is what I saw. That is not a good answer. That is not the convincing answer. That shows that there is temporary, that somebody tampered with the figures, with the numbers, as alleged by the House of Assembly. It's obvious, because if you answer as is what I saw, that means there's something wrong. And lastly, Ruben Abate, they will not pass it into law, then we'll go and be amending it. Me, I don't agree. Because we have a lot of things to amend in our constitution. So we should not also be fighting for this. So it's either they suspend it or they postpone it and review it before they pass it into law in January. So it's not like, we'll not go and be lobbying senators and House of Assembly. We cannot. We cannot, because if it profits them, they will always win.